This is math, chapter 6, lesson 5. The learning target is to use properties to simplify expressions. Now, this is part 1 of part 2. There's 2 teaching videos in this one. This is just part 1. So part 1, this is going to be kind of a teaching you about different properties, different important properties that work every time. And you need to understand these properties. I would actually, as you're watching this one, take some notes on this part. I'll let you use these notes when you take the final test. These are important properties that you need to know. And then the second part will be using these properties to solve algebraic equations or algebraic expressions. I should say we're just dealing with expressions. Okay, so there's 3 properties that I'm going to talk about. The first one is commutative property, then associative properties, and then identity properties. Okay, so let's talk with commutative right away. Commutative properties. This is only good with adding and multiplying, but this works with every adding and multiplying problem. Commutative properties says that it doesn't matter when you're adding it which one comes first or second. Okay? So you could have 7 plus 9 equals 9 plus 7. Because 7 plus 9 is 16, and 9 plus 7 is also 16. So 16 equals 16. It doesn't matter if you go 9 first or 7 first. They're commutative. And I did it as variables just so you could see a plus b equals b plus a. Oops, there we go. That's an a. A plus b equals b plus a. It doesn't matter when you're adding which one comes first. Okay. Now multiplying is the same thing. 4 times 6 equals 6 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. Doesn't matter which one comes first. This works because of the commutative property. Okay, commutative property. Now, I put over here, this commutative property does not work with subtraction or division. Because look at here, 9 times 7 is 2. 7, take 9 away, that's actually negative 2. 2 and negative 2, not the same. It matters when you subtract which one comes first. Very important. With addition, the commutative property says it doesn't matter which one comes first. Now, with division, 4 divided by 2, that's 2. 2 divided by 4 is like that, which equals 1/2. You can simplify it. 2 and 2/4, not the same. It matters when you divide which one comes first and second. But the commutative property says that with addition and multiplication, it doesn't matter what you do first. Okay, so that's the commutative property. Let's go over here to the associative property. This again has to do with adding and multiplying. It will not work with subtraction and division. What it says, associative properties, if you have numbers in the same order, it doesn't matter what you do first. Okay? Do you see how I have 3 plus 9 plus 4? 3 plus 9 plus 4? I have them, they're in the same order. 3, 9, 4. 3, 9, 4. But the parentheses, based on order of operations, tells me I have to do those first. I group these together first. On this side, I group these together. Let's see if I get the same answer. 9 plus 4 is 13. And then I bring down the other stuff. This one, 3 plus 9 is 12. And bring down the other stuff. So I have 3 plus 13 and 12 plus 4. Looks a little different right now, but let's finish it. 3 plus 13 is 16. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 equals 16. So yes, these are equal. It doesn't matter with addition if I group these together first and do that, or if I group these together first and do that and then that. Okay? So I showed you here, like, b plus c, I do that first and then add a, is going to get me the same as a plus b, then add c. They're in the same order, but it doesn't matter what you do first. Same with multiplication. Oh, jeez. I just broke the crate. Uh-oh. Okay. It doesn't matter what you lean on. So I have multiplication. 8 times 5 times 7. And then I have 8 times 5 times 7. So they're in the same order. I'm grouping them differently, though. I'm going to say I want to do this first over there, and I want to do this first over here. So let's do this. 8 times 5 is 40 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. Bring that down times 8. Okay, it looks like I have different things, but if I finish it out, 40 times 7 is 280. And then 8 times 35, if I would do that on my calculator, I know that it is 280. Okay? 35 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 24 plus 4 is 28. Okay? So 280 equals 280. Didn't matter what I did first. I get the same answer. Okay? So commutative tells me it doesn't matter which comes first and second in adding and multiplying. Associative property says, you know what, they're in the same order, but I'm grouping them differently. I'm doing different steps first. And with all addition and all multiplication, it doesn't matter. All right? Now it has to be all in the order, and it has to be all addition to be associative. Okay, one last property, the identity property. This is something that's pretty basic. You know this so well, you just probably haven't heard what the property is that makes it true. Anything plus 0 is the other number. Anything times 1 is the other number. Again, we're working with addition and multiplication. So the identity property says 12 plus 0, when it's plus 0, it's always the other number. It's going to be 12. Okay? So if I have a plus 0, I know it's going to be a every time. This one, 7 times 1 is 7. Anything times 1 is the other number. So if I do a times 1, it's always going to be the other one. It's not going to be the 1. It's going to be the a, and the a goes there. That's the identity property. You know it, you just probably haven't put a name to it. So, all right, those are 3 really important properties that you need to know. Commutative, associative, and identity. We are going to, in part 2, this is just part 1, in part 2, we're going to use these properties to help us to solve some equations. Okay?